Hello, my name's Lewis Chapman and I'm an artist working in Kuwait, and I'd like to talk to you a bit about my paintings that I have on show at my exhibition that has been running between the 22nd and the 26th of November 2009. And this painting that we have here, this is called Not Better, Not Worse, Just Different. And in this painting you can see a shopping centre that is in the centre of a town that was built in Kuwait for the employees of Kuwait Oil Company, and now you can see it is quite a run-down environment. You can see these two men. This man here is replacing the facade of a restaurant, having a bit of a makeover. In this restaurant here you can buy all the traditional Arab foods. The kebabs, I suppose it's traditionally Greek food, but it's come across to the Arabian Peninsula. Hummus, fataya, all these foods here. Anyway, what really interests me and caught my attention about this subject is the honesty of it. Because as you can see, the weather was far from picturesque. The dust made the sky an almost green colour. And these men working, I find work a really worthwhile subject to paint. I think it's something that should be celebrated, and I think it has been in the past by artists that have achieved quite some level of fame. But what attracts me is this feeling of, I don't know, a kind of connection. When this guy looked at me, there's so much difference between me and him. His life is completely different to me, yet I felt that there was still some kind of understanding. And that's what I hope comes across in this picture when someone stands in front of it and they see this man looking out. Although he is very different from you, there's still a lot that you have in common with him. Yes, so continuing the theme, I have this painting here, and I call this one Shawarma Man. And this painting, I was inspired when I saw this man going about his work in the evening. It's on the coast of Kuwait, and in fact these lights that you can see through the windows, these are actually boats rocking on the waves in the distance. I was immediately attracted to the light, to the way that his uniform stood out against the dark backdrop. But I immediately felt that accentuated the feeling of him being alone, of him being by himself, yet secure in his job. He knows what he has to do, and he's not afraid of the fact that he's surrounded by all this emptiness, which I thought was quite poignant. And it's something that I hope I've captured in this painting. So I mentioned with the first painting that I find people who are at work a very interesting subject. And this brings me to this painting here. This is Picnic on the Fahil seafront, and this is a site that is very, very common in Kuwait. You have labourers who tend to the greenery that is planted. Obviously it needs to be taken care of, otherwise it will just die in the desert heat. So as you're driving down the road, you will see workers watering the plants and the grass and tending to the palm trees, trimming off the dead leaves. And what I like about this picture is that it shows, for me, it reflects a certain kind of peacefulness or contentedness. And I know that these men here live off a pittance. They don't make very much money at all, yet they seem to be satisfied with their lot, which is something I think is quite enviable. Right, yeah. Now, a particular kind of worker that has caught my attention is the ice cream men that you'll find scattered throughout Kuwait selling us ice cream when it's really hot and we need to cool down. These men come to our rescue, and I have several paintings where I've used this motif. I find the ice cream man looks very distinctive from an artistic point of view, from the pure aesthetics. I find him very interesting with his parasol and his big box for ice creams. But also I like the fact that this symbol, this image, has so much good feeling associated with it. Not simply for the fact that he sells ice cream, but for the fact that he's waiting there for us for when we need him. So let me take you over to some of the drawings that I've done featuring this ice cream man. And I would just like to show you this one in particular. This one's called Desert Ice Cream, and this really, for me, portrays again that kind of contentedness of the ice cream man. Although he's in the middle of nowhere, underneath the baking desert sun, he can still be happy underneath his parasol. Who knows, maybe I'll end up like the ice cream man if I don't sell any paintings. Okay. Now, also, another worker that has caught my attention are the fishermen that you see in Kuwait. And it's just the ritual of their work, the way that they untie the ropes and the nets that they use for their fishing, that caught my attention. This drawing, is called Caught Up, and I call it Caught Up because these fishermen are completely absorbed in either folding up or unfolding the net that they use to fish. I'll take you round the next drawing. The next two drawings are along a similar theme, and what I really hope with this one here is I get the similar sense of these men who have found some kind of satisfaction or peace in the work that they do, which affords them this happiness when they meet me, a complete stranger from a very different place, to accept me with such warmth and invite me onto their boat to show me around with such pride in the job that they do. And again, we have another drawing here of men folding their nets. Okay. You can find more out about my art at www.lewischapmanpainter.co.uk, and Lewis Chapman Painter is all one word, and there you will find my most recent paintings and drawings. You'll find information about upcoming exhibitions, and I hope to meet you there. So thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.